If I didn't tell you, you might not have imagined that this art piece with a Chinese style is created by a Mexican artist. Before coming to China, Lara's works were like this: chaotic, abstract, sharp, and vibrant in color. After 2 months' stay in China, however, his works transformed into this: profound, gentle, tranquil, and extensively using deep blue. What happened in these 2 months? This is Lara's China story.
In Mexico, when we say that something is very hard, we say, it's in Chinese. Or when we refer to something that is very far, we say, you go to China. So when I tell them, they don't believe me.
In late 2023, Lara traveled to Chengdu for an art residency. He aimed to create 8 artworks blending Mexican and Chinese cultures. Where could he discover Chinese cultural elements? Lara began his journey to seek out masters.
You go into a museum, so you see a piece, and that's your master. I expect to encounter a mask. I want to see also the ancient sculpture overall. It has been many artworks that are very delicate. I'm gonna try to copy a few, just like to make honor of these people, the Sioux culture. It's like a very dramatical mask. Everybody likes this mask, but in some way it's like a very dark mask. You feel something strange. I knew the Chang works before, so I was attracted first by his later works, because the last works of Chang was in blue and green palette. Actually, the cyanotype technique, I use it because it has a deeply blue. So yeah, that's of course an influence of Chang.
In Lara's eyes, masters are not confined to museums, but they can also be found on the streets of Chengdu. The city's cultural symbols inspired his creativity, and collaboration with local artists provided him with much inspiration.
西方人画的葡萄就是看着可以用手拿出来，东方人画的葡萄你知道是，但是不像，意境的东西多一些。
I think that's why Chinese painting is so special in so many ways. At first sight, you cannot understand, but later, when you get in, you actually are able to feel more with that kind of special thing.
To fully immerse himself in the lure of traditional Chinese calligraphy and painting, Lara began learning Chinese, adopted a Chinese name, and even crafted a name seal for himself.
I'm gonna start to introduce myself by Shanghai, fluorescent victorious, so it's a good name. Being in China for me, it's like a victorious, because I have never been outside my country before.
Lara came prepared for this trip. He took numerous photographers of Maya artifacts in Mexico and used the cyanotype technique for unique artistic effects.
I bring a lot of paper from Mexico that is handmade also, and a few woods. I want to make a mix or a blend with Chinese and Mexico from their own materials.
The woods brought by Lara are made of Mexican mahogany. However, their hard texture poses challenges in the carving and plate-making process for printmaking.
Gonna be more easily if I just carve in it. So it's about technique and about be aware of everything what you are doing. So not get distracted.
A sudden cold forced Lara to pause his work. As the residency period neared its end, his final piece remained unfinished, leaving him extremely anxious.
Are you feeling better now?
We're gonna continue with the mask. So I guess like in the ears and in the eyebrows, I'm gonna make a few of carving. on the both sides. Yeah, it's like to have a bigger line. It's too much ink, but it's alright because the impression and the paper, you know, this is an irregular paper and had irregular patterns, so I guess it's okay.
Finally, all 8 works were completed as scheduled. After returning to his home country, Lara exhibited them in Mexico City, allowing local people to appreciate the essence of China through his artistic depictions.
I'm a very quiet person. I hold my silence for me so many times. I have met many people here, and you feel very welcome when you talk with them. I spent a really good time here in China. I was not expect that China was like this. I think that art and culture you feel everywhere, you know, in small details. I guess that after this trip, I will go back someday for my career. I guess that's gonna be important. It's a very professional, big step. For my life, it was a very huge experience of life to being here.